Hey there, this is John Siskovich with part 2 of the Farm Marketing Solutions Farm Marketing on Facebook. Now, if you are not on Facebook yet and you're watching this, then I highly recommend watching the first video. If you are on Facebook and you're not really sure what's what, I would definitely recommend watching the beginning of the video where I explain the difference between pages, groups, and your personal profile. But for those of you who have a page set up and you want the next step, this is where we'll go from here. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you around your page. It's going to look different to you than it is to anybody who likes your page, and you'll see that on my screen as well. And the things I'm going to cover in this video are your image sizes again, just to review, how to add information, updating your status, pinning, and milestones, and editing your page and linking it to Twitter. One of the things I like about Facebook and Twitter is that it's very easy to link them together. So that if you are a farmer on the go and you really only want to update one thing, you can update your Facebook page and your Twitter followers will get the same update. So your cover photo or the banner here, the change cover, that's going to be 851 pixels by 315 pixels. And your profile picture here, which is going to show up as your thumbnail whenever you post or comment on something, that's 180 pixels by 180. Now, if you don't have the exact sizes or if you don't know how to resize photos, you can put something in there and Facebook will automatically resize it. And you can kind of put a bigger picture in there and move it around and get it to the way you like it. Now from here, right underneath, you'll see add information about the Growing Farms podcast, or in this case, it'll be your farm. For here, you get 155 characters to say what you will, just gonna give us a short upsell about your farm. Now, something great about this is that even if you're not updating Facebook a lot, people are going to find you on Facebook. And if you want to redirect them to your farm website, this is a good place to put it. It's in an area called what's above the fold. And that's what you see on the website before you scroll down. So even if they don't scroll down to the rest of the page, they can still see your web address. Let's see, I put it in wrong. growingfarmspodcast.com. And I have a little blurb, and I'll update that later. I won't do that in this video. So now I have my website there, and people will be able to see that. And we go down, and you'll see whenever you want to update your status, and you'll hear people talking about updating their status, this is the box to do it. And it's really simple. You can, you write something in there. If you want, you can add a place or the time, schedule or backdate your post. You just write, hi, this is what's going on the farm, and click post, and you're all set. One of the cool things that Facebook timeline allows, if you scroll down, you can see when I joined Facebook, but it doesn't have when I was founded. And how I could do that is I click on event, and I can add a milestone. And that milestone, you'll see, when did your page begin? 2013. January, and the first episode launched on the 2nd, so we'll say the 2nd, and save. And if you go down to the very end of the site, founded on January 2nd, 2013, that's a milestone for me. Some of the other things that you can do with the Facebook timeline, if you have a special event, like if your CSA is just starting and you want to highlight it, you can click on highlight, and that'll make the image span both columns, so that now that event is highlighted on your timeline. Now, as soon as you highlight something else, this highlight is going to go. You can only have one thing. It's either one thing or two things highlighted at one time. I think it's just one thing. Now, if you want to stick that to the top, you can click on the pencil here, pin to top. And what that does, scroll down and look here, that adds a little flag there. From here, I can edit or remove. But when you pin something to the top, that means it'll always be on the top. So when you add a new status update, that'll show below whatever's pinned to the top. So if, say for instance, I was on Devon Point Farm this year, and they may change their strategy in the future, but right now they don't want to put a lot of updates on Facebook, but they wanted to say that, hey, we have this presence on Facebook. We're farmers and we spend our time farming. You can reach us on our website, and that's the best way to get in contact with us. Now, as the interns went along in the summer, we added a few things with their permission, but they always wanted that at the top. So if you go to the Devon Point Farm website, On Facebook, you'll see that that instance is always pinned up at the top, so you know that Patty and Eric aren't going to update their Facebook profile, but they are going to update their website, and that's the best place to get information from them. I'm going to go ahead and unpin from the top because that's not really that special. So we have covered pinning and milestones and updating your status. I want to, before we close this out, go over editing your page and linking it to Twitter. Now up here in the admin panel, you'll see when you get notifications, they'll be up here. And this is what you're going to see when you sign in. And at the very top, you'll see edit page. And it doesn't matter. They all go to the same kind of area. So we'll just click update info. And from here, it's kind of self-explanatory. You put in all your information, put your website down at the bottom, email, phone. You could put the hours of operation or, where people can find more information, description, so on and so forth. One of the best links on here is resources. You go to resources, and if you want to find more information than this video will provide, you can click on the best practices guide to make your page engaging. And that's another Facebook page that Facebook itself puts information up on how to use Facebook. Another thing that'll help you that I mentioned earlier in the video is linking your page to Twitter. And when you click on that, it'll install a plugin. I've already linked to Twitter. You'll see, like the Growing Farms podcast, I can click link to Twitter. Farm Marketing Solutions is already linked to Twitter as Marketing Farms. So if you go to twitter.com/marketing farms, that's where the Farm Marketing Solutions Twitter account is. And for Food Cyclist, it's twitter.com/food cyclist. Now, whenever I update the Food Cyclist page or the Farm Marketing page, it'll go to those respective Twitter accounts. And I've had relative success in doing that. I can still, I have my Twitter that updates my Facebook, and my Facebook updates my Twitter. So if I'm in a rush, I can post to either one, and both will get updated, and people will be able to see it. And from here, now that you're in here, you can just click around to these different tabs. If you have a mobile device, you can hook up your mobile device to update your Facebook page. This is very simple, and you don't even need a smartphone. All you really need is texting, I believe. So play around with the settings and permissions and basic information, and when you're done, click back to view page, and you're back to your Facebook page, and that's really it. Facebook is very, very simple. I mean, everyone's using it. Not everyone, but a lot of people are using it, and it's a really good way to reach your fans and customers. Oh, and I remembered one last thing before I close this video down. We're going to go to update info, basic information, and username. You'll see right under basic information, Growing Farms Podcast username. Your page needs at least 25 fans to have a username. So right now, the page for the Growing Farms Podcast is something like facebook.com/pages12345/Growing Farms Podcast /XYZ12387 or some shenanigans. I need to have 25 fans in order to have it say www.facebook.com/Growing Farms Podcast. Now on the Food Cyclist, I have something like 700 fans, so that wasn't a problem. You go to facebook.com/Food Cyclist, and that'll bring you to my Facebook page. But until then, until you get those 25 fans, it's going to have a pretty obscure name. So you're going to want to invite family, friends, customers, anybody, and get those 25 people in so you can get your username. It makes it a lot easier to link to. And that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm John Soskovich, and you can find a lot more farm marketing information at www.farmmarketingsolutions.com. Hey, this is John Soskovich, and if you like the video that you just watched, do me a big favor, and on the YouTube page, scroll down under the video and click like if you liked it. If you want to see more videos in the future, you can subscribe to my channel, and also go over here and click on the share button. This will enable you to share the link with your friends, put it up on social media, embed it on your website through this handy code, or email it to whoever you would like to. It'd be a big help to spread the word and help other people market their farms. Thanks a lot. See you soon.